Hi everybody, my name is Albert Celicu. I come from Macedonia, professor for German language at the State University of Tetova and actually Vice Rector for International Relations. Our theme is the learning of the other's language and cultural corpus, a premise for a successful interethnic communication in Macedonia. Macedonia is a multicultural state in the center of Balkan. There are living some Macedonians, Albanians, Serbs, Vlachs, Roma, Bulgarian, and they speak different languages like Macedonian people speak Macedonian, Albanians, Turkish, Serbian, Vlach, Bulgarian, and Romani. Official languages in Macedonia is Macedonian language, and after the Ohrid Agreement, Framework Agreement 2001, also Albanian with restrictions. It means that in the provinces where the Albanians are more than 20%, they can use the Albanian language, also in the administration. Two biggest ethnicities we have in Macedonia. Macedonian official about 64%, Albanians about 25%, unofficial 30%, and the others 10 or 11%. The armed conflict 2001. In the communism time period, the political and social situation for Albanians was worse. No education in mother tongue. It means no high schools. Universities came after. Higher unemployment. The Albanians are working actually in Germany, in Switzerland. They are spread all over the world. Restriction of using the language and national symbols, etc. But the Constitution of 1974 guaranteed some basic rights, and Kosovo was declared as an autonomous province within Yugoslavia at that time, in the time of Tito. With the decomposition of Yugoslavia, and after coming into power of Slobodan Milosevic, was taken away the autonomy of province Kosovo, and the situation was getting worse and worse. And you know the conflict, also the war, 1999, escalated then the disaster into a war, which ended with the intervention of NATO, and after that we have Kosovo as an independent state. And the Macedonian government in the 90s acted after the example of Serbian politics, and 2001 we have also a conflict, armed conflict between two nationalities in Macedonia, Macedonian and Albanians. And this international agreement is Ohrid Framework Agreement, which took place in Ohrid, the lake, the city of Ohrid, south of Macedonia. And in this case, I will refer to the papers of the first day of the Ohrid Framework Agreement conference held in Tetovo 2011, namely the speeches of the chief negotiators Perdio and Petersen, as well as the one of the president of Democratic Alliance from Albanians, also Ali Ahmeti. It was the leader of the army at that time in 2001, who unanimously stated that the Ohrid Framework Agreement was a compromise, of which both parties were unsatisfied. This leaves us to assume that the Ohrid Agreement led an important step towards solving some of the realities in accordance with the known contemporary standards. After the Ohrid Framework Agreement, I can describe the situation from 2001 till 2008 as a relative good, but both ethnicities were satisfied with the new circumstances. Albanians have become more rights. A state university, this university, the use of language in the state administration, the use of symbols, etc. Macedonians have also started to learn the Albanian culture, the language. They have also started to study in our university. Today we have more than 200 Macedonians and more than 20 teachers Macedonians. But there is a turn in 2008. The politics got another direction. You know, now from Slavistic Macedonia there is a direction to ancient Macedonian, and this is the point where the interethnic communication or dialogue is getting worse and worse from 2008 till today. To find the reasons, we have done a survey in the region of Tetova, Gostivar and Kičevo last year. This is West Macedonian part where more Albanians live, and also Macedonians. Ages between 18 and 60 years, men and women, 300 people we have so in this survey. The questionnaire consists of 20 questions, but just 8 will be presented here, and then in the publication we'll do the whole survey. The first question was, how will you describe the interethnic relation in the area you are living? The results are not positive. I think last year 55.2% mean that the interethnic relations are bad, giving examples of everyday violation in the school, in the urban buses, etc. The second is the language important for the dialogue between Macedonians and Albanians? 61.10% of Albanians think that language is very important for the dialogue between two nationalities, and just 73% of Macedonians see it as positive. Moreover, they think that they don't need to speak Albanian because this language is not important for them. Who might be the third question? Who might be responsible for the disbalance of interethnic relations? Both Albanians and Macedonians, with 92%, point that responsible for the disbalance of interethnic relations are political parties. They instrumentalize the situation and so for staying in the power and so. Fourth question is, how is the attitude of the Albanians toward the Macedonian language and culture? 48% point that the attitude is good, but if the situation is not getting better, then they also don't want to cooperate with Macedonians. And 36% point that Macedonians don't deserve to treat them good because they don't like Albanians. How is the attitude of the Macedonians toward the Albanian language and culture? Just 18% has answered so positively. 67% point that Albanians don't deserve to treat them good. Would you like to learn Macedonian or Albanian language? 72% of Albanians want to learn Macedonian. Just 21% of Macedonians want to learn Albanian. Not knowing the language of the other should be a problem for you, is the seventh question. The young population, with about 36%, is more aggressive. They point that shouldn't be a problem. 47% of elder population, old people, point that not knowing the language of the other ethnicity is a problem for them because they live together all the time. And the eighth question is, will we have a cohabitation between Macedonians and Albanians? About 47% point that the cohabitation between Macedonians and Albanians will never be possible because they are not working on it. And 23.47% point that cohabitation is very important because Macedonians and Albanians live together in a multi-ethnic state and they don't have any choice. Then they must live together. And conclusions, we saw the interethnic relations in Macedonia are very bad, all bad. The language is very important from the dialogue between these ethnicities. The human rights of the ethnicities must be respected. Responsible for the interethnic relations in Macedonia are the political parties, and international factor must be more effective in the matter of interethnic relations in Macedonia. Thank you very much for your attention.